Nika. P-N-I-K-A, Nika. And we all exist from this place. Why? Because 500 BC, all the citizens, about 6,000 people those years, every afternoon they used to come here after their jobs. And these days, right in front, the great governor, Pericles, he used to stand there, he used to talk with the people, they used to have conversations about everything. Even if you've had a problem with your neighbor, you have to come here and have a conversation with the governor. And in the end, everybody was voting. So here's the birthplace of democracy.
Oh, wow.
Democracy starts here 500 BC. It's a lovely place. Many Greeks are very religious about this place. Some other ones are very suspicious. They say it's the center of the earth and aliens come with spaceship and pick up people. But stupid people exist everywhere in the world. It was the place that the President Obama wants to make his last speech 2 days before he gave his chair to Mr. Trump. But of course, his security said no because they couldn't protect him from the snipers. So he made his speech in the Opera House, in the coastline. Right in front, of course, is the Acropolis Hill. Don't get confused. Many people think that Acropolis is the temple. Acropolis is a city on top of the hill. The temple is Parthenon, and it's in honor of the second goddess of Greece, Athena. That's why the name of the city, Athena, from the goddess. And next to the Parthenon, it's a smaller temple, the temple of Nike. Nobody's wearing Nikes?
No.
No.
Nike, before 80 years, they made a special agreement with the Ministry of Culture in Greece, so they can use the name Nike. Nike means victory, okay? It's the goddess of victory. So Nike means victory. And they pay a lot of money for that. Right in front, it's a rock with some people. You see, it's a little bit crowdy.
Yeah.
It's the Mars Hill. The Mars Hill, it used to be the High Court. So the High Judge was sitting there, he was judging the people, and if you were guilty,
Right off the hill?
Kidding.
No.
The Athenians has a special way of punishment. So if you were guilty for something, they used to throw you outside the city alone and naked in the forest.
Wow.
So it's worse than a prison, because in a prison you have people to talk, you have food, you have a bed. Alone in the forest, 500 BC, with wild animals those years. Of course, if you were a murderer, poison, hasta la vista, that's it. 30 after Christ, Apostle Paul came to Greece, so he was teaching from this rock the Athenians to become Christians instead of the 12 gods. So some Greeks knows it as Apostle Paul Rock, but the official name is the Mars Hill. Look, Athens is not a beautiful city.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you nice, lovely stories, okay? I'll tell you the truth because I respect that you're traveling. Athens is an old, ugly city, but it's a reason why. In Greece, especially the center of Athens, if you want to rebuild, renovate, or build something new, you have to call the Archaeological Inspection Office. You have to make an inspection. And if they found something under your property, you're losing your property. It belongs to the country. There's no money. That means that nobody will throw you outside your house, but you cannot sell it. You can live with your children, you can live with your grandchildren, with the households. It belongs to the country. So nobody take the risk. Beautiful city. Thousands of years of history. History is everywhere. Nice mood. We the Greeks, we love to talk loud. We use our hands. We blame the other ones all the time. We fight each other, but we enjoy. We adore to enjoy, and we adore women in a nice way. Ancient times, a lot of goddess. Modern times, we grow now from our schools, from our families. We have to respect and protect always women, especially the Greek mother. The Greek mother is everything. Okay, in the Greece and Italy, mother is everything. Okay, it's your land, ladies. That's why we're financial crisis, of course. So. I did a tour with Joe. Yes, guys, so this is the presidential residence. And this is the first time in the modern history of Greece that we have a female president. In Greece, all the boys who are serving a country, we have to go to the army. Either 18 years old after the high school,
He's okay, this guy.
or 24 after the university. So those guys you are watching now, they don't get paid for what they're doing, and it's the biggest honor of a soldier to become a presidential guard. They have a history from 1821. They used to be the special forces in the War of Independence of Greece against the Ottomans. They're highly trained. They have to stay like statues, the one up there and the other one down there for 1 hour doing nothing. Okay, they cannot move, they cannot talk, they cannot sneeze, they cannot
Anyone else want to go?
cough, they cannot do anything. The only person who can talk to them is the supervisor. They have to answer by blinking the eyes.
Oh,
They cannot answer back. The ceremony you see in a while happens 24 hours a day, every hour, either here or in front of the parliament. So what you'll see in a while, the three guards pass in 2-3 minutes right behind you. They cross the street, they make a nice small choreography, and then they split. The old ones are leaving, the new ones they stay, they make another small choreography, and they go in front of the kiosk to stay for the next hour. To do this job is not easy. It's not easy. To stay like an hour, especially in the summer, with 40, 42, 100, 105, every day, with woolly stockings. The stockings are 100% woolly. The shoes, about 1 kilo, 3 pounds each. Not an easy job. What they are doing is symbolic. They're doing the number 4. 400 years were occupied by the Ottomans. They kick the Ottomans away, and then they kick the wooden shoe. It's a sign for the dead soldiers that Greece is still Greek, so you died for a reason, not for no reason. It was a small bug.
Once they go past you, then you
So,
can take
the red hat means the blood of all the dead soldiers during the centuries, and the long ponytail is the big tear of the mother that she lost her son in the war. Everything is symbolic, everything. Now, turn around. Some spots used to be empty, but a great guy we'll see later on his house, his name is Zapas, Mr. Zapas. He spent a lot of money in the 1800s and he renovated the whole stadium again with white marbles as they used to be. So, first modern Olympic Games, 1896, happens here. Also, used to be the ending ceremony of the Athens 2004 Olympic Games, and it's a finish of the original, the athletic marathon race. So it's a big honor of an athlete who's running the marathon for the. And the story of the marathon race, it was a big battle between the Athenians and the Persians in the suburb of Marathon, 26.2 miles, 42.6 kilometers north Athens, and everybody was waiting here for the results. Of course, 450 BC, they didn't have cars, internet, newspapers, nothing. Someone had to tell the news. Also, they used to carry personal belongings because they were 100% sure that the Athenians will lose the battle because the Persians was 10 times more. But the Athenians won. And the soldier ran from the start of a marathon until here. He went inside. He said, "We are victorious," with his costume, about 40 pounds, 30 kilos, in his guns, in the heat. He said, "We are victorious," and he passed away. He died. Yes, to honor this guy, the marathon race starts. It was a stadium for the citizens of Athens to do sports in the ancient times, not for the ancient Olympic Games. The ancient Olympic Games happens in Olympia, about 300 kilometers south Athens, 400 miles south Athens. Then the torch with the light. They lighted in ancient Olympia, where the ancient Olympic Games happens, with the mirror and the sun. And then the torch with the light comes here. All the Olympic committees from all over the world, they're waiting here for a small ceremony. And the trip, the tour of the torch until the city to organize the Olympic Games starts from here, either for summer or winter or Special Olympics. This stadium has a world record in a basketball game, 80,000 people. 1968, it was a European final in basketball. A Greek team against the team from Czech Republic. They made an open court right in the middle. It was an audience of 80,000 people. Now the capacity is 40 to 50,000. Nobody knows exactly. Some people they said 45. It's because it's no seats. They're only marbles.
Right.
I can tell it. The statue right in front is the statue of the disco ball. It's the oldest, the ancient statue of an athlete in the world. 450 BC. Of course, this is a replica. The authentic one is the Archaeological Museum of Athens. Guys, this is Zapion Hall. It used to be the house, the residence of Mr. Zappa. Mr. Zappa is the guy there. You remember the guy who renovated the stadium?
Stadium, yeah.
Okay, that was his house. And he was a rich trader. He was trading tobacco all over the world. He spent and he donated everything he owns for his country. He wasn't alive to see his house ready. He died about 6 months before his house was ready. So he knew he was dying. That's why he asked the architects, when I die, just put my head inside the wall. So So if you visit it, you can see a sign. The wall will go afterwards inside. You can see a sign that says that inside this wall is the head of Mr. Zappas.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know why. If you're rich, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so here was the first modern Olympic village. The first modern Olympic Games was in the stadium, and here was the first modern Olympic village. So all the athletes that came around the world, they used to stay here and eat here. Now it's a small convention exhibition center. So let's have a look inside. So it's this guy. So his head is there. So imagine a head like this inside there. If you put your finger, you can lift it. Please help me.
Empty streets, but I kept searching for your trace in the dark. Losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes. Your kisses burn my skin, I feel so empty inside.
So, this is the Roman Agora. Agora means the market. Sure. The market, the place where they used to do business, the forum. And the Romans, they used to be an empire. So they occupied the to connect the countries in his ships. For shipping, they did the direction of the wind. So what they did, they made this tower here. This is the Tower of the Winds. And inside they had an hydraulic system, a Roman invention, the combination of a brass flag on top and water that came from Acropolis. They could find the direction of the winds. So it was the first meteorological center of the world, and also used to be a big clock. As you can see, it's an octagon tower, and inside has a sculpture of an angel. Each angel has the name of a wind. Right in front is a small square, with a bigger one around. It was the first public toilets, and they used to pay the Romans a lot of money to go to the toilets to do business. I don't want someone to be behind me. Yeah. I'm too afraid of the pickpockets, so I have to protect you guys. So
They paid money to go to the toilets to do business?
they used to pay money in the Roman season.
But
Only the
don't you
males,
do business?
only the males to go and do business. They used to go for a pee and they used to buy and sell. Probably the expression "I'm going to do my business" from the Roman season.
Right. Oh.
Okay, of course, hundreds of years after centuries, George Michael changed the rules of the public toilets, but those years was just for business. This is an old mosque. It's about 400 years old. You made it. I'm proud of you. So guys, the whole area here is the Greek Agora. It wasn't only the market, it used to be the main city, the center of the city. What happens daily happens here. Right there is the temple of Hephaestus. Hephaestus was the son of Zeus. He was a very ugly boy. And his father wants to kill him because Zeus didn't want to have so ugly son like him. But have you seen the movie, My Big Greek Fat Wedding?
Yeah.
The Greek mother used to say that father is the head of the family, but mother is the neck. So she can turn the head whenever she wants. That's true, huh? That happens with Hera, the wife of Zeus. She gave life to her boy, and also she pushed her husband to make him a god. So he was a god of steel and fire, the blacksmith. And around this beautiful temple, for me, is the most beautiful temple in the world, because you can see it still has some roof on top, and it's not Roman, it's ancient Greek. Around this temple, they used to have small factories and small shops that they used to sell or fix goods from steel, like weapons, like uniforms. The Greeks, they have only 12 gods. They have 12 main gods. They had more than 300. They gave to the gods human characteristics so they could explain what happens daily in their lives. They have gods for everything. For love, for sun, clouds, for trees, for sex, for rain, for everything they got a god. And as an example, Hephaestus was the ugliest god of all. He married Aphrodite, the most beautiful goddess. That means that love is more than beauty.
Yeah.
But after 4 days, Aphrodite cheated on him with Ares, the most handsome guy. But that's life again. So they gave to the gods human characteristics so they could explain what happens daily in their lives. And in the ancient times, it was illegal not to believe in something. You have to believe in something. Whatever you want. You could invent a god just for yourself, but you have to believe in something. Right there is an Orthodox Christian church 1,000 years old. This church is 1,000 years old. Still operating. So this building there with a lot of windows is the tunnel of Attalos. The Ministry of Culture before 80 years they renovated to show to the people how it was a shopping center those years. So imagine how was an ancient mall. An ancient mall used to be exactly like this. And if you visit it, you can see it's a lovely museum inside the archaeological park. You can see as an example a huge Spartan shield. About 14 kilos, about 25 pounds. They used to carry about 30 kilos in the bodies, about 40 pounds. Helmet,
Spear.
shield,
Shield.
the weapons, the uniform. That's why everybody was huge. They didn't go to the gym.